Let us drift softly into a world long forgotten, where whispers of ancient wisdom float like gentle winds through time. These are the lost texts and prophecies of sacred cults, carrying the quiet power to soothe your mind and cradle your spirit. As we journey together tonight, let the soft words wash over you, like sunlight spilling across sacred temples and silent deserts. Each story, each vision is a balm, a gentle guide to healing, peace, and inner stillness. Close your eyes, breathe slowly, and allow yourself to be carried along rivers of divine knowledge. In these texts, the ancient seers speak to the soul, inviting you to a place where worries dissolve and the heart finds rest. If these whispers bring you peace, share where you are listening from, or subscribe to follow more journeys into calm and ancient mysteries. The night is gentle here, a quiet companion that moves slowly across the world. You float along soft beams of moonlight, slipping through trees that sway like whispered songs. The air smells faintly of damp earth and blooming jasmine, as if the world itself is breathing a lullaby. Somewhere in the distance, a stream hums, its waters carrying memories of the sky above. Ahead you see a temple, its stones worn by time and softened by moss. It is a place that has been forgotten, yet it does not feel abandoned. There is a pulse here, slow and steady, as if the walls themselves remember every prayer, every step, every gentle touch of a hand across cold stone. The doors are open, welcoming, though no one walks these halls anymore. You step lightly inside, feeling the echo of silence that is full of presence. Soft shadows play along the walls, lit by a candle that has never been extinguished. It flickers like a heartbeat, gentle and alive. The carvings along the stone tell stories that words cannot fully hold. They speak of rivers that flow between worlds, of trees whose roots drink from the stars, of spirits that wander patiently, guiding those who listen. Your footsteps make no sound, yet the stones seem to murmur in response, as if greeting a long-absent friend. In the center of the hall, a statue stands. It is not grand, not adorned with gold or jewels, but it holds a calm that seeps into the bones. The figure's eyes, carved from quiet thought, seem to follow your movement. They do not judge, nor do they question. They simply exist, a reminder of stillness. And as you breathe, you feel a subtle warmth, as if the temple itself is exhaling with you, matching the rhythm of your heartbeat. Along the walls, inscriptions are etched in languages that are no longer spoken. Some curl like waves, others stretch straight like beams of light. They speak of healing, of hope, of the gentle courage that rises with each new dawn. You run your fingertips across the cool stone, and the letters hum softly under your touch, vibrating like a soft chord in a distant instrument. A calmness seeps into your chest, easing the small tensions that have lingered unnoticed. A corridor opens to the side, narrow and quiet. You step into it, guided by the soft scent of sandalwood that seems to drift from nowhere and everywhere at once. The walls are lined with niches, each holding a small, unlit lamp. Though the lamps sleep, you sense the devotion that once filled them, prayers whispered in hope, offerings left in trust, breaths held in reverence. You imagine the priests who walked here long ago, their robes brushing softly against stone, their voices low and steady in chants that stretched like silk through the halls. There is a subtle rhythm to the temple, like the deep, even pulse of the earth itself. You move deeper, past arches carved with intertwining vines and birds frozen in flight. Each carving seems to carry a memory. Perhaps it is the memory of a traveler who rested here, the memory of a child who first knelt in wonder, the memory of a heart that once held fear and now rests in calm. The walls remember everything, yet they hold no burden, only peace. In a small alcove, you find a pool of water, dark and still. The surface mirrors the faint moonlight spilling through a high window. As you look into it, your reflection is softened, blurred at the edges. The water hums quietly as if breathing. A tiny ripple moves across its surface, and for a moment you feel that ripple passing through you too, shaking loose the small shadows of the day. You sit by the water, letting your hands rest lightly upon its edge, letting the temple's silence fill every hollow. Above, faint carvings of stars glimmer on the ceiling. They are not bright, not demanding but subtle, like a memory half remembered in a dream. The stars speak of journeys, of paths traced through the night, of guidance that comes without hurry. You feel that guidance here in the quiet, in the gentle smell of old stone, in the soft warmth of candlelight that brushes against your skin. You breathe it in. You let it flow into your bones. A soft sound drifts down the hall, perhaps the brush of a spirit passing unseen, perhaps the echo of a voice long gone. It is neither startling nor loud. It is a delicate sigh that mingles with your own breathing. You listen, and in listening, you feel the temple opening to you. Its stories are no longer distant. They move inside you, gentle as a feather landing on a pond. You sense the prayers left behind, and you feel them not as weight, but as a gentle offering of hope, reaching across the years to rest beside you. In the deepest chamber, a single altar rests. Simple, unadorned, yet full of a quiet majesty. On it lies a stone bowl filled with water that glimmers faintly. Around the bowl, petals have fallen, faded yet fragrant, as if the air itself preserves their memory. You kneel before the altar, not with need, but with the simple act of presence. You let your heartbeat slow, your thoughts settle, your breath deepen. Each exhale carries a small release. Each inhale gathers calm from the air, from the walls, from the echoes that linger here. The temple is alive with memory, yet it asks for nothing. You close your eyes and the silence of the hall grows soft around you, like a blanket woven from shadow and moonlight. You feel the gentle guidance of unseen hands, smoothing the edges of the day, drawing away the small knots of worry, leaving only a warm emptiness that hums quietly in the chest. You float in this emptiness, carried by the rhythm of the temple, by the whispers of stones and water, by the slow, gentle pulse of the night. Outside, a breeze moves through the trees, carrying the scent of distant flowers and the faint hum of life beyond the walls. The temple does not try to call you back, nor does it demand your presence. It simply waits, a guardian of stillness and memory. You are a guest here, yet you are not separate. Your breath mingles with its quiet, your heartbeat matches its slow pulse. You feel a connection, subtle and unwavering, to everything that has been whispered in this space. Prayers, hopes, dreams, and soft, unspoken wishes. A small bird carved in stone seems almost to breathe in the corner of the hall. Its wings, frozen mid-flight, shimmer faintly in the moonlight. You watch it, and for a moment it feels alive. Its stillness is not empty. It is full of quiet purpose, a symbol of the gentle journey that continues even when the world has forgotten. You feel that journey in yourself, a slow, calm passage that does not need haste, a path guided by the softest echoes of love and remembrance. As the hours drift past, the temple folds around you like a protective cloak. Time loses its edge here. The walls hum, the water sings, and the candle flickers in tune with the softest part of your spirit. You feel the weight of the day slipping away, leaving only calm. In this quiet, you understand that healing is not always loud, not always visible. It is present in the air you breathe, in the stones beneath your fingers, in the gentle guidance of memory and spirit that moves softly, unnoticed, yet unwavering. Slowly, your body grows heavier with rest. Your mind softens, letting go of the small thoughts that chase each other like shadows. The temple's silence fills the spaces where noise once lived, and you drift, not into fear, not into longing, but into the deep, calm embrace of being exactly where you are meant to be. The night carries you gently, like a stream carrying a leaf, winding its quiet way through time and space. The echoes of forgotten priests, their whispered prayers, the hopes and dreams of those long gone, all of it rests lightly upon the temple and now lightly upon you. You feel yourself folded into the rhythm of eternity, part of a story that is slow, soft, and infinitely patient. You are not alone. You are not rushed. You are simply here, breathing, resting, drifting. Let us drift onward with the temple, through corridors that hold memories like stars, past altars that breathe calm into the world, past pools that mirror the quiet of the soul. Feel the stones beneath your fingertips, the candlelight brushing your cheeks, the soft scent of flowers and earth carrying you deeper into stillness. All is well. All is gentle. Now rest as the stars return to their places, as the moon moves slowly across the sky, and as the forgotten temple whispers its lullaby to the world. The echoes are soft, the prayers are soft, and your heart finally is soft too. Sleep and let the night carry you, for the temple is always here, waiting quietly, and the spirits of the past will guide you gently until the morning light begins to stir. The night sky stretches wide and silent above, a deep cloak of velvet scattered with soft, distant lights. You float lightly among the stars, drifting without hurry, guided only by the gentle pull of a hidden current. The air around you smells faintly of incense and rain-soaked earth, carrying the quiet hum of the world in slumber. Somewhere far below, a river glimmers, tracing silver threads across the darkened land. Your breath matches the rhythm of this unseen river, slow and steady, in and out, flowing like water through your being. Before you, a temple appears on a hill, its roof pointed toward the heavens. This is no ordinary temple. Its walls shimmer softly with a light that seems to come from the stars themselves. The doors are carved from ancient wood, etched with patterns that twist like celestial winds. They open without a sound, welcoming you into a quiet space where the scrolls of forgotten wisdom wait, unfurled by the hands of time and memory. Inside, the air is calm and warm. A soft glow rises from lanterns that hang suspended in the air, each one a tiny orb of golden light. You walk slowly among them, feeling the faint pulse of energy, as if the light itself carries the heartbeat of the cosmos. Along the walls, scrolls lie carefully arranged on stone shelves. Some are long and thin, curling like silver smoke. Others are broad and folded, their edges soft with age. Each scroll hums quietly, a song of harmony that reaches deep into the soul. You reach for a scroll. Its surface is delicate, yet it feels alive beneath your fingers. The inscriptions are not letters as you know them, but patterns of stars, lines that curve like rivers and symbols that glow faintly when touched by the mind. As your gaze follows these patterns, you feel yourself lifted, carried gently along the celestial currents. The scrolls do not demand understanding, they only invite presence. To look is to feel, to read is to breathe with the universe itself. The first scroll whispers of the harmony within. It speaks softly of balance, of the calm that grows when the mind mirrors the quiet of the night sky. Your thoughts, once busy and scattered, begin to settle. Each breath draws in the gentle glow of the stars. Each exhale releases tension that has long been held. You sense that your heart is not separate from the vast expanse above. You are a thread in the weaving of light, a small note in a song that stretches across eternity. A second scroll unrolls before your eyes, guided by invisible hands. Its markings show rivers flowing among mountains, winds tracing circles over fields, birds gliding above quiet villages. Each image is soft and fluid, yet full of wisdom. They speak of connection, how the currents of one place touch another, how the harmony of a small heart can ripple outward, touching distant souls. You feel your own presence in this flow, your breath now part of a gentle wind that moves through the scrolls, through the temple, and into the night beyond. A third scroll shows a great tree. Its roots sink into the darkness, its branches stretch toward the heavens. Among the branches, birds of soft gold sing in silence, their wings moving like whispers of thought. You sense the tree as a mirror, a living symbol of stillness and growth. Its roots remind you of patience, of the way grounding can hold you through the passing of storms. Its branches invite aspiration, the gentle lifting of the spirit toward the quiet light. And the birds, gliding softly, remind you that freedom is found not in force, but in calm, in harmony with the flow of all that is. The temple seems to breathe with you now. Lanterns sway gently as if stirred by your presence. The scrolls shimmer faintly, responding to your touch, to the soft movements of your gaze. Outside, the night wind brushes against the windows, carrying the scent of distant flowers and the faint echo of faraway drums. You close your eyes for a moment and feel the weight of the day drift away, leaving only a gentle warmth that spreads from the chest outward. The universe itself seems to hum a slow lullaby, a song without words, full of understanding and calm. You rise and wander further, passing corridors lined with smaller scrolls. Each one captures a fragment of the sky, a fleeting vision of planets moving in quiet dance, of comets tracing arcs like delicate brushes of light, of stars that shimmer and fade with soft patience. You sense that every mark, every curve, every glow is a guide, leading you deeper into stillness. To follow these signs is not to think but to feel, to let the currents of the mind align with the currents of the heavens. A chamber opens, circular and vast, its ceiling a dome painted with constellations. The stars seem to move slowly, tracing gentle paths across the night. At the center lies a shallow pool of water reflecting the sky above. You kneel beside it, letting your fingers skim the surface. Ripples move outward, soft and smooth, carrying the reflections of countless lights. In each ripple, you see your own reflection, not as a fixed image, but as a shifting light, part of the vast harmony above. You realize that your calm mirrors the calm of the heavens, that the soft rhythms of your breath are the same as the silent dance of stars. Another scroll is offered by unseen hands. This one shows a path, winding and gentle through valleys of clouds and streams of light. It is the celestial path, the way of peace and stillness. As your eyes follow it, you feel yourself walking upon it, step by step, carried by the quiet music of the universe. Each footfall is light, each step a soft sigh. You pass through skis painted with auroras, over rivers of light, under bridges of silver mist. The journey is slow, yet you feel no need to hurry. The path carries you with a steady, unbroken calm. Along the way, spirit guides appear, soft shapes of birds, animals, and luminous forms. They do not speak, but their presence is comforting, like the memory of a long-forgotten lullaby. One bird perches lightly on a branch of the sky, its wings brushing softly against starlight. Another glides beside you, its movement a gentle encouragement to remain present. They move with patience, never rushing, never asking for anything. You sense that their guidance is subtle, woven into the flow of the celestial path itself, always near, always gentle. A scroll unfolds showing cycles of day and night, of life and rest, of water rising and falling. You notice how each cycle is calm, natural, unhurried. The scroll teaches through presence, through the simple showing of rhythm. You feel your own body aligning with these cycles. The heart slows, the breath deepens, the mind softens. Even the smallest tension, unnoticed before, begins to dissolve, drifting away like clouds across the moon. You rest in this rhythm, understanding that harmony within reflects harmony without. That stillness carries a quiet wisdom that is older than thought. The temple itself seems to join you in this flow. Walls shimmer faintly, lanterns pulse softly, and the scrolls hum as if alive. You feel the hum move into your chest, through your shoulders, down to your hands and feet. The sensation is warm, subtle, comforting. It tells you that you are part of a larger pattern, a single note in the music of the cosmos. You do not need to do anything. You only need to be present, to float with the currents of stars and breath and gentle memory. Time becomes soft. Moments fold into each other. You lie back on a cushion of moss, feeling the temple embrace your body as if it has always known you. The scrolls rest lightly beside you, their gentle glow brushing the edges of your vision. You hear faintly the whispers of past seekers, their quiet journeys across the celestial path. Their words are not loud, but soft echoes, gentle reminders that the path is always patient, that each step is exactly as it should be. A soft wind drifts through the temple, carrying scents of night-blooming flowers and faint candle wax. You feel it move across your skin like a gentle caress, brushing away the last traces of thought that linger. Your breath and the temple's quiet pulse become one. The stars above seem to bow in recognition. The lanterns glow in harmony, and the scrolls shimmer softly, sending gentle waves through your mind. You are at peace. You are safe. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Let us drift onward along the celestial path, floating among the stars, past scrolls that guide without force, past waters that reflect quiet understanding. Feel the temple's embrace, the spirit guide's patient presence, the slow pulse of the universe beneath your feet. Every breath draws calm deeper. Every heartbeat carries you farther into the soft rhythm of the night. Now rest as the scrolls close gently, as the lanterns sway softly, and as the stars return to their places. Let the harmony within mirror the harmony without. Drift, carried by the quiet currents of light, by the gentle song of the cosmos, by the soft, unbroken calm that surrounds you. Sleep, and let the celestial path cradle you, carrying you gently until the morning light begins to stir. The night unfolds slowly, a dark quilt sprinkled with soft lights that twinkle like distant candles. You drift along the quiet air, carried by a gentle wind that brushes through leaves and touches your skin like a whispered greeting. Somewhere far below, a river moves silently, glimmering under the moon's silver glow. The world feels hushed, as if holding its breath, and your own heartbeat slows to match this serene rhythm. Before you stands a temple, small and ancient, its stones smoothed by centuries of quiet rain. Moss clings to the walls, and delicate vines curl around the carved arches. The air is cool, scented faintly of sandalwood and evening flowers. You step closer, drawn not by curiosity but by a soft invitation, as if the temple itself has remembered your presence and waits to share a story. Inside, the hall is calm and shadowed. Lanterns hang in rows, their light warm and flickering, casting gentle shapes across the stone floors. The walls are lined with scrolls, each one holding the quiet wisdom of seers who walked long ago. Their voices are not loud. They do not demand attention. They whisper through the pages, carried by the soft winds that drift through the open windows. Each prophecy is a breath, a gentle guide meant to calm the mind and soothe the heart. You reach for a scroll that feels lighter than air, its edges worn by time and gentle hands. As you unroll it, a soft light glows from the inked symbols, faint and tender. The words speak not of events, but of rhythm, the quiet pulse that flows through every heart, the harmony that rises when thought and spirit move in gentle accord. You feel your own breath fall in line with this rhythm, slow and even, as if the scroll itself is teaching patience. The first seer's vision unfolds before you. It shows a field at dawn, soft mist curling above the grass, and people moving silently, their steps in harmony with the earth. There is no hurry, no clamor, only the slow, deliberate unfolding of each moment. The seer whispers through the symbols. Peace begins as a breath within, small and unnoticed, yet carrying the power to ripple outward. You feel the truth of this within your chest, as your heartbeat mirrors the gentle rise and fall of the morning light. A second scroll drifts gently toward you, carried by the soft wind of the temple. Its images are of rivers that trace silver paths through forests, mountains that bow beneath the sky, and birds that glide effortlessly above all. The seer's voice hums softly through the ink. Align your thoughts with the flow of the world. Let them move like water, without force, without resistance. In alignment, the heart finds ease. You watch the rivers bend and curve, and you feel your own mind letting go of tension, moving quietly with the natural rhythm of life. The third scroll unfolds slowly, showing a night sky filled with constellations that shift and breathe like living things. The seer's words drift across the stars. Even in darkness, the light persists. Even in stillness, movement flows. Trust in the gentle unfolding, and your spirit will rise with the constellations. As you gaze upon the shifting stars, a calm warmth fills your chest. You feel the presence of these gentle seers, their guidance a soft hand resting upon your shoulder, steadying your thoughts and easing your mind. A narrow corridor opens to your left, lined with smaller scrolls that hum faintly with light. You walk slowly among them, each scroll a whisper, a quiet prophecy that drifts through the air. Some show flowers opening in slow patterns, others depict mountains bathed in sunrise, and some trace the paths of birds that circle endlessly, free and patient. Each image is a lesson in stillness, a reminder that the world moves in harmony, and that your mind may do the same if it allows. In a small alcove, you find a pool of water, dark and still. The surface reflects the lanterns and the faint light from the scrolls, shifting gently like breath. You kneel beside it and touch the water lightly. Ripples expand softly, carrying the reflected light outward. The seer's voices echo in these ripples, teaching that each small action, each thought, carries resonance. Calm flows outward as naturally as water, reaching distant shores without force or struggle. You feel the ripple move through you, loosening the weight of the day, softening every edge of tension. Another scroll appears, floating gently before your eyes. Its images trace paths through quiet villages, windswept plains, and silent forests. The seer's message flows. Walk gently within your own mind. Treat each thought as a leaf upon a stream. Do not clutch, do not resist. Let each move as it will, and harmony will follow. You watch the leaves float across the water of your imagination, each one drifting calmly, each one perfectly at ease. Your chest rises and falls with them, in perfect, quiet harmony. The temple hums softly around you. Lanterns sway lightly, scrolls glimmer faintly, and the soft night air carries the scent of jasmine and moss. You feel the presence of the seers not as figures but as gentle energy, like warm sunlight hidden behind clouds. Their wisdom is woven into every stone, every ripple in the pool, every flicker of light. You do not need to read to understand, to remember. You only need to be present, to breathe, to float in the calm they have left behind. A larger scroll unrolls across the floor, showing a circle of stars that bend and shift with slow grace. The seer's prophecy hums in the patterns. Harmony comes when the mind and the world move together. When thought slows, when breath deepens, the heart will awaken to quiet truths. Even small acts of peace hold the power to transform the world within. You trace the circle with your eyes, feeling the rotation like the gentle turning of a wheel, steady and patient. Your own thoughts follow the motion, slowing, softening, folding into the calm of the temple. Outside, faint winds rustle leaves, carrying the distant echo of a night bird. You hear it as a gentle refrain, a song that travels through the corridors of the temple and into your chest. The seers' voices mingle with this song, guiding your mind without urging, like a soft hand smoothing the surface of a still pond. You feel your body grow heavy with peace, your mind quiet, your heart full of calm anticipation for nothing. The prophecy is not about events or actions, but about presence, about the slow, careful unfolding of awareness. Another chamber opens, circular and high, its ceiling painted with constellations in muted golds and silvers. Lanterns hang from the walls, casting soft light upon the floor. Scrolls are scattered across cushions, each one glowing faintly. You kneel to read, feeling the edges warm beneath your fingers. The seer's words float upward, gentle and rhythmic. Do not chase understanding. Do not seek to control the flow. Move softly within the currents of life, and the universe will move with you. You close your eyes for a moment, breathing in the words, letting them settle in the quiet spaces of your mind. A final scroll unrolls, showing a tree with roots reaching deep into the earth and branches stretching toward the sky. The branches are dotted with blossoms that shimmer in soft light. The seer whispers through the ink. Growth is gentle. Wisdom is patient. Let each thought, each breath, each heartbeat rise in its own time as the tree rises toward the sun. Nothing is lost in stillness. All is gathered for the unfolding of peace. You feel the tree within yourself, its roots grounding you, its branches lifting you, its blossoms softening every worry, every thought that clung too tightly. The temple itself seems to breathe along with you. Lanterns sway with quiet motion, scrolls hum faintly, and the wind drifts gently through the open windows. Every corner holds a whisper, every shadow carries light. You feel the gentle energy of the seers moving through your body, easing the tightness in your shoulders, softening the edges of your mind, aligning your rhythm with the slow, quiet flow of the universe. Time dissolves here. Moments blend into one another, seamless and unhurried. You lie back upon a cushion of moss, feeling the temple cradle your body. The scrolls rest softly around you, glowing with gentle warmth. Outside, the night continues its quiet song, and the seers' voices mingle with the wind, the water, the subtle music of the earth itself. You feel your heart rise and fall in tune with this rhythm, your thoughts slowing, your mind softening, your spirit resting in calm. Let us drift onward with the gentle seers, past scrolls that hum with quiet wisdom, past pools that mirror the calm of the soul, past lanterns that flicker softly in the night. Feel the wind brushing your cheeks, the subtle warmth carrying through your chest, the steady heartbeat of the universe beneath your being. Each breath draws peace deeper. Each heartbeat carries you farther into the quiet of night. Now rest as the lanterns sway gently, as the scrolls fold softly, and as the stars return to their places. Let the prophecies of the gentle seers carry you into calm, guiding your mind along the rhythm of the universe. Drift, and let sleep rise like the soft unfolding of dawn, slow, patient, and full of gentle light. The night stretches wide and quiet, wrapped in soft shadows and the gentle glow of moonlight. You float slowly, carried on a soft wind that drifts across quiet forests and shimmering lakes. Somewhere beneath, a river moves with gentle purpose, its waters glimmering silver under the night sky. The air smells faintly of damp earth and jasmine, and each breath you take is slow, soft, and full of calm. Ahead, the outline of a temple appears, its stones darkened by time and softened by moss. Its reflection shimmers faintly in the river that flows past, catching the moonlight in quiet, moving patterns. The doors are open, silent, inviting, as if the temple itself has been waiting for you to arrive. You step lightly across the threshold, feeling the cool stone beneath your feet, feeling the calm pulse of presence that fills every corner. Inside, the hall is quiet and serene. Lanterns hang from carved beams, their light warm and steady. Along the walls, ancient scrolls and texts rest in quiet order. Their surfaces are soft with age, their words written long ago by hands that moved slowly and reverently. Each text hums faintly, as if the wisdom it carries is breathing through the air. You move gently among them, feeling the calm of centuries past settle around you. At the center of the hall lies a pool of water, still and dark, reflecting the lanterns and the high windows. You kneel beside it and touch its surface. Ripples move outward softly, carrying the reflections of light into gentle patterns. The water hums quietly, and you feel the hum resonate within you. It carries memories, long-forgotten moments, and whispers of thought that have lingered in quiet corners. The river is here, both outside and within, guiding you gently, quietly, without hurry. You follow the river beyond the temple, stepping onto a small boat that rocks softly on the water. Its wood is smooth and cool beneath your hands. The river moves slowly, turning and winding, carrying you along its gentle currents. On its banks, the trees bow low, their branches brushing the water's surface. Their leaves whisper softly in the night wind, and you hear the faint echoes of voices, the gentle guidance of unseen spirits. A scroll appears beside you, floating lightly above the boat. Its words are soft and luminous, forming shapes that trace the movement of water. It tells of cleansing, how the river carries away not just dust and soil, but the burdens of the heart and mind. As your eyes follow the flowing lines, you feel the weight of thought and memory begin to lift. Each ripple of the river is a breath, each turn of the current a gentle release. The river bends and opens into a wider stretch, and here you see reflections not only of the trees and sky, but of your own life. Moments rise and fall like soft waves, laughter and quiet smiles, fears and gentle sorrows, memories that have rested in shadow. The river does not judge, it does not ask you to change anything. It only flows, carrying all things with a quiet, patient grace. You breathe with it, allowing each thought to float away, released into the gentle current. Along the banks, lanterns float on the water, soft and golden, tracing the path ahead. Their light moves gently, shimmering over ripples, guiding you without force. You notice fish beneath the surface, gliding slowly, effortlessly, their movement full of quiet purpose. The river teaches you by example, moving forward softly, carrying life and memory together, holding them in balance, never resisting, never clinging. A soft mist rises from the water, curling around your arms and shoulders, light as a whisper. The scroll beside you glows faintly, showing images of sacred rivers from lost texts, waters flowing through ancient cities, over stones worn smooth by centuries, through forests where deer and birds move quietly. The rivers are always the same and always changing, gentle teachers of patience, of presence, of the quiet, unhurried flow of life. You drift past fields where flowers dip their petals into the water, petals catching the moonlight and scattering it like soft sparks. The river hums faintly, its voice low and calm, speaking without words. Each ripple is a message: release, ease, renewal. You place your hand in the water, feeling the coolness move into your skin, into your mind, easing tension, loosening every small knot of thought, carrying it downstream where it will be transformed into calm. A scroll unfolds further, showing a forested river where branches arch above, forming a cathedral of leaves and shadows. Soft birds glide beneath the canopy, their wings moving like silent prayers. The seer who wrote these words whispers in the light. Follow the current within and you will find the passage to peace. Let the mind drift and the heart will rise with the gentle flow. You close your eyes for a moment and feel the river inside you, moving slowly, carrying everything in its quiet, patient embrace. The night deepens and the river widens into a mirror of silver sky. The moon floats above, full and calm, its reflection gliding with the water. You sense the passage of time here not as a burden but as a gentle rhythm, each moment carrying the next without haste. The river is eternal and patient, like the quiet pulse of your own breath, and you feel yourself becoming one with its movement. A gentle breeze stirs, carrying the scent of jasmine and moss, and with it come faint echoes of past travelers along this sacred waterway. They left no trace, yet their presence lingers, soft as a sigh. Their thoughts, their prayers, their quiet hopes move with the river, mingling with yours, a gentle chorus of calm that rises and falls with the rhythm of the water. You float in this harmony, carried without effort, resting in the patient flow of the night. Along the riverbank, soft lights flicker in the distance, small shrines and lanterns set by those long gone. Each light holds a memory, a gentle offering, a quiet wish. You watch them drift past, each one a whisper of hope, a soft reflection of the inner peace the river carries. You breathe slowly, matching the rise and fall of the water, and the gentle rhythm begins to settle deep in your chest. The scroll beside you now shows cycles. The moon rising and falling, the river bending and flowing, clouds moving across the sky, leaves drifting on the water. Everything is in motion, yet calm, steady, and harmonious. The seer's words trace patterns that soothe your thoughts. Even in movement, there is stillness. Even in flow, there is presence. Let yourself drift with the currents and you will know peace. You feel the truth of these words in your heartbeat, in your breath, in the gentle sway of the boat beneath you. The river carries you through soft nights and quiet reflections, past stones that shine faintly beneath the water, past lilies that rise and fall with each ripple. You sense the ancient wisdom in the water, that time moves not in rush or demand, but in gentle unfolding. The river teaches patience, teaching calm, teaching the quiet letting go of all that is carried too tightly. Each ripple is a breath, each wave a soft sigh of release. You rest your hand lightly on the water, feeling it hum in response, soft and comforting. Memories once heavy now float freely, carried downstream without effort. You feel a warmth, subtle and steady, spreading from your chest through your arms, legs, and mind. The river's gentle flow becomes your own, a calm, continuous current that eases every edge, softens every thought, and carries you toward quiet sleep. The night grows stiller, and the lanterns along the river begin to shimmer with a soft golden glow. Birds of the night glide silently above, their wings brushing the starlight. The river hums faintly beneath you, carrying everything it has gathered, memories, thoughts, hopes, and quiet prayers. You rest, letting the flow guide you, knowing that the water carries you safely, steadily, without judgment or demand. A final scroll appears, hovering above the boat. Its images are of rivers meeting the sea, waters merging into vast calm expanses under a silver sky. The seer's whisper is soft and gentle. All that is carried by the river will find its way. Trust in the flow. Trust in the quiet passage. Let the mind release and the heart will be renewed. You feel the words sink into your being, settling as softly as moonlight on the water, carrying you into deeper rest. Let us drift onward along these sacred rivers, past lanterns that glow softly, past ripples that carry quiet wisdom, past trees that bow in gentle reverence. Feel the water moving around you, the soft pulse of night in your chest, the steady heartbeat of the universe beneath your being. Each breath draws calm deeper. Each heartbeat guides you farther into the stillness of night. Now rest as the rivers flow endlessly, as the moonlight glimmers on the water, and as the gentle currents carry every thought, every memory into soft, quiet peace. Drift, and let sleep rise like the calm unfolding of dawn, slow, patient, and full of gentle light. The night is soft, draped in deep indigo and sprinkled with silver stars that shine like distant lanterns. You drift gently through quiet forests and open plains, guided only by the faint glow of moonlight. The air is warm and still, carrying a scent of damp earth and night-blooming flowers. Each breath you take is slow, even, a gentle tide that carries you further from the worries of the day. Ahead, a temple emerges, hidden among the folds of hills and mist. Its walls are ancient stone, smoothed by centuries of wind and rain, and covered in faint moss that glows softly in the moonlight. Vines curl around its arches, brushing the ground like whispered greetings. The temple seems to wait, not in urgency, but in quiet patience, inviting you to enter and explore its winding, sacred paths. Inside, the hallways are dimly lit by lanterns that hang from carved beams. Their light is steady and warm, softening the edges of the stone. The air is filled with a calm hush, punctuated only by the soft echo of your footsteps on the smooth floor. Along the walls are inscriptions and delicate scrolls, their symbols glowing faintly as if touched by an unseen hand. Each symbol seems alive, vibrating gently, offering guidance without sound, wisdom without haste. You step further and find the entrance to a labyrinth, a gentle maze of stone passages and soft candlelight. The labyrinth is quiet, unhurried, a space designed not for challenge but for calm reflection. Each corridor turns softly, and each shadow is a place of rest. You walk slowly, feeling the smooth stones beneath your feet, feeling the gentle rhythm of your own heartbeat matching the winding paths. The first passage is narrow, lined with lanterns that flicker gently, casting moving patterns on the walls. The inscriptions speak of breath and thought, of noticing without judgment, of following the quiet pulse within. You pause for a moment and place your hand on the wall. Its surface is cool and steady, and a wave of calm flows into your chest. You feel a sense of grounding, as if the labyrinth itself is breathing with you, supporting every step along the path. Deeper within, the passages open into wider corridors, where the ceiling arches high and shadows dance softly across the stone. Here, soft winds drift through, carrying faint scents of jasmine and sandalwood. The labyrinth hums gently, a quiet energy that encourages reflection. As you follow its curves, you notice the light ahead, a soft glow that seems to beckon, not urgently but patiently. Each turn brings a small increase in warmth, a gentle guide toward the heart of the labyrinth. Along the walls, scrolls float lightly above stone shelves. You reach for one, feeling the warmth of its aged paper. The symbols shimmer and shift subtly, showing patterns like rivers bending through forests, birds tracing circles in quiet skis, and stars moving slowly across a still night. The scroll whispers to the mind. Within the winding paths, the light awaits. Do not rush. Move gently, breathe slowly, and it will be revealed. You feel your own thoughts begin to slow, following the rhythm of the labyrinth itself. In one quiet corner, a pool of water rests beneath an arch. Its surface is still and dark, reflecting the soft glow of nearby lanterns. You kneel and touch the water lightly. Ripples spread across the surface, carrying reflections of lanterns, walls, and glimpses of your own face. The water seems to hold the memory of every step you have taken, every thought you have released along the winding path. You feel your breath moving with the ripples, steadying, softening, calming. The next passage twists gently upward. Candlelight flickers along the walls, revealing faint inscriptions of journeys past, paths walked by seekers long ago. The labyrinth is a shared space, yet each step is personal. You notice the faint echoes of soft footsteps behind you, gentle reminders that you are part of a quiet flow, not alone, yet not hurried. The walls hum with the soft energy of accumulated reflection, each turn carrying the wisdom of patience and calm. A soft breeze drifts through an open window, carrying the faint scent of night flowers and distant pine. The scrolls along the walls shimmer in response, their light pulsing gently like a heartbeat. One scroll unfolds before your eyes, revealing the image of a tree whose roots curl through the stone and whose branches reach upward toward a softly glowing orb. The symbol speaks quietly. The inner light grows when the mind is still, when the heart is gentle, when steps are taken slowly with awareness. You pause, letting the image fill your senses, feeling the roots grounding you and the branches lifting your spirit softly. The labyrinth winds further, passages opening into small chambers. Each chamber contains a single lantern and a pool of still water. You kneel beside each pool in turn, noticing your reflection, noticing the subtle ripples that follow your touch, noticing the calm that spreads with each breath. The chambers are spaces of quiet observation, where nothing is forced and everything is accepted. The light within each lantern grows brighter as you linger, not by doing, but simply by being present. As you follow the paths, you encounter symbols of stars traced along the floor, each one glowing faintly. The symbols shift and move softly, echoing the rhythm of your steps. They speak of guidance, not through force or instruction, but through gentle suggestion. They invite your mind to follow, to move without hurry, to let the inner light rise naturally. You notice how each turn of the labyrinth feels like a soft breath, an unfolding moment of clarity, a reminder that patience reveals hidden beauty. A central chamber appears at last, larger than any corridor before, with high ceilings and soft light that bathes the walls in gold. At the center lies a small flame, steady and calm, glowing softly in the darkness. This is the light within the labyrinth, a quiet radiance that does not demand attention but waits gently. You kneel before it, feeling its warmth spread into your chest, into your limbs, into your mind. The light does not rush. It simply is, and in its presence, you feel ease settling deep within. The final scroll appears here, hovering softly above the stone floor. Its symbols trace the labyrinth itself, showing each corridor, each turn, each chamber, and finally, the light at the center. The seer who wrote these words whispers silently, "The labyrinth is the mind. The paths are your thoughts. Move gently and the light within will always be found." You feel these words fold into your being, aligning with your breath, matching the slow pulse of the flame, calming every corner of your awareness. You rise slowly and move toward the flame, letting each step be deliberate, soft, without rush. The labyrinth seems to respond, walls pulsing with quiet warmth, lanterns glowing more brightly in gentle rhythm. You notice the faint reflections of the flame in the pools along the paths, seeing that the light has traveled with you, touching each moment, each memory, each quiet thought. Outside, a soft wind brushes through the trees, carrying the distant echo of night birds and flowing water. The labyrinth hums faintly in response, a gentle song of completion, of fulfillment, of inner calm. You feel the steady heartbeat of this sacred space moving into your own chest, slow and patient, carrying a sense of ease and gentle presence that fills every part of you. The lanterns sway softly as if breathing. The scrolls shimmer faintly in the corners, and the flame glows warmly at the center. You feel the labyrinth not as a puzzle to be solved, but as a space to inhabit, a gentle teacher that shows the way to the light already within. Each turn of the path, each chamber, each quiet reflection has carried you closer to this calm, steady flame. Let us drift onward along these winding paths, past chambers that hold quiet reflections, past pools that mirror the inner self, past lanterns that glow like patient hearts. Feel each step as a soft breath, each turn as a gentle unfolding, each heartbeat carrying calm deeper into your being. The labyrinth moves with you, supporting you, guiding you, cradling you in its patient, ancient presence. Now rest as the lanterns sway gently, as the flame burns softly in the center, and as the inner light rises quietly within. Drift and let sleep carry you like the gentle unfolding of a winding path, slow, patient, and full of warm, gentle radiance. The night stretches wide, soft and slow, with stars scattered like silver seeds across the dark sky. You float gently through warm, quiet winds that carry the scent of distant desert blooms. The sand beneath your feet is cool, soft, and endless, forming dunes that rise and fall like gentle waves. The moon hangs low, casting pale light over the undulating sands, painting them with quiet shadows and soft luminescence. Ahead, the silhouette of an ancient temple rises from the desert, carved from ochre stone that glows faintly in the moonlight. Its walls are etched with symbols of rituals long forgotten, each line and curve shaped by hands that moved with reverent patience. The temple seems alive with quiet memory, waiting for the slow steps of travelers who have wandered through dreams and desert wines alike. You step forward, feeling the soft grains beneath your feet, the air carrying a warmth that soothes and calms. Inside, the hall is cool and shadowed. Lanterns glow gently along carved pillars, casting flickering patterns across the stone floors. The air carries the scent of incense, faint and comforting, mingling with the natural warmth of the desert stone. Along the walls, carvings show figures moving in slow, meditative rituals, their gestures deliberate and calm. Each carving is a whisper, a memory of gentle devotion, a quiet guide to the inner life of the spirit. You wander slowly through the corridors, running your fingers lightly over the etched stone. Each groove holds the echo of soft prayers, of chants that rose in rhythm with breath and thought. The carvings do not demand attention. They offer presence. They remind you that every movement, every breath can carry meaning when approached with care and calm. The sand outside shifts in silence, and the wind hums softly through open windows, carrying the gentle resonance of the desert night. A narrow passage opens to your left, lined with bas-reliefs of ritual dances, flowing robes and circles of light. You follow the corridor slowly, letting your steps match the quiet rhythm of the figures carved into the walls. The movements seem endless, circular and patient, guiding your eyes and mind along gentle arcs. You notice that the carvings are not only shapes in stone, but reflections of the inner path, a journey through thought, breath, and the soft spaces between each heartbeat. A small chamber appears, its floor covered with fine desert sand, smooth and undisturbed. You kneel and let your fingers trail through it, feeling the cool grains move like tiny whispers beneath your hands. The walls glow with soft light, etched with symbols of harmony, of balance between the earth and the sky. You sense the slow, steady rhythm of the desert itself, teaching that stillness can carry wisdom, that patience can hold understanding, and that calm can heal the spirit. The scrolls resting on low shelves begin to shimmer softly as you approach. They carry visions of sacred rituals, of gatherings beneath crescent moons, of hands lifted in gentle devotion to quiet stars. The words written within these texts do not call for thought or action. They simply unfold as gentle reminders. Presence is the offering. Awareness is the gift. Move slowly, breathe fully, and let the world settle within you. You feel your own breath grow calm, your heartbeat softening with each step, each glance, each slow movement. Beyond the chamber, the temple opens onto a courtyard where sand meets stone, where the wind carries whispers across shallow pools of water. Soft lanterns float on the water, their glow mirrored in the ripples, shifting as lightly as thought. You step onto the sand, feeling it give gently beneath your feet, as if the earth itself is breathing along with you. The carvings on nearby stones catch the lantern light, revealing figures that glide in slow dances, tracing paths across walls and floors, paths that seem to guide the mind into quiet reflection. A gentle scroll hovers before you, unfolding to reveal images of the desert at dawn, when light brushes softly across dunes and stones. Camels move in patient procession, travelers rest beside small fires, and soft music hums through the air like a whisper of wind. The seer who wrote these words speaks without sound. Even in vastness, the spirit finds its path. Even in emptiness, there is fullness. Let the mind drift like sand upon the wind, and the heart will gather light from all it touches. You feel these words fold into the rhythm of your breath, echoing through the quiet chambers of your mind. You wander further, the corridors opening to smaller niches carved into the stone. Each niche holds a simple lamp, its light flickering softly against the shadows. Beneath each lamp lies a pool of sand, smooth and untouched. You kneel and let your fingers trace patterns in the sand, drawing lines that mirror the slow movements of the ritual carvings. Each motion carries a quiet release, a letting go, a gentle meditation that leaves the mind lighter, the spirit softer, and the heart calm. The wind drifts through open windows, carrying the faint scent of night flowers from the desert beyond. Outside, the dunes shift slowly beneath the moonlight, waves of sand moving without rush, guided by unseen currents. You sense the same movement within, the quiet flow of thoughts and memories, all carried gently by the rhythm of your breath. Each ripple in the sand, each flicker of light, is a gentle reminder of the patient, slow unfolding of inner calm. Another scroll appears, floating above the stone floor. Its images trace a ritual of water and fire, the two elements meeting in harmony beneath the night sky. The seer's words are soft, carried on the wind. To be present is to be whole. To move gently is to be aligned. Let the senses guide you, and let the heart rest in the quiet union of elements. You feel the cool water, the warm light, and the slow movement of wind within your awareness, each sensation weaving into a blanket of peace that covers your mind and chest. The labyrinth of corridors and chambers leads you finally to an open terrace, where the desert stretches endlessly under the silver glow of the moon. Sand dunes rise and fall like waves, and the faint shimmer of distant lanterns marks the locations of other temples far beyond. The wind is soft, carrying whispers of ceremonies and chants, the echoes of devotion that have traveled across time. You feel your presence among them, not as an interruption, but as a continuation, a part of this gentle, meditative flow. You kneel on the terrace, letting the sand cushion your legs, the night wind brush against your cheeks, and the moonlight bathe your face. Your gaze drifts across the soft landscape, past carved stones and glimmering sand, toward the horizon where the desert meets the sky. The carvings seem to breathe, their shadows stretching and shrinking with the lantern's flicker. Each figure is a guide, leading your mind deeper into calm, showing the beauty of stillness, of patient presence, of gentle observation. A final scroll unfolds softly before you, showing visions of the desert at twilight, when the sky shifts from gold to deep indigo and the first stars begin to shine. Figures move in slow, deliberate motion, hands lifted, feet tracing soft patterns in the sand. The seer's whisper is gentle, unhurried. Even in vast emptiness, the spirit can rest. Even in silence, there is song. Let the heart find its rhythm in the sands, in the stones, in the wind that carries all to quiet peace. You feel the rhythm settle deep within, aligning with your own heartbeat, matching the slow, steady cadence of the night. The lanterns sway softly around you, the sand shifts quietly beneath your fingers, and the carved stones hold their patient presence. The desert seems alive, not with noise, but with quiet memory, a living meditation that holds every thought and releases every worry. You sense the echoes of rituals long past, their gentle motions flowing into your awareness, guiding you into calm, steady rest. Let us drift onward along these soft sands and carved stones, past lanterns that flicker with patient light, past pools that mirror the quiet of the sky, past carvings that trace the rhythm of meditation and devotion. Feel the desert wind brushing your cheeks, the moonlight settling on your shoulders, and the heartbeat of the night carrying you slowly into calm. Now rest, as the sands shift beneath unseen feet, as the lanterns glow softly in the darkness, and as the desert hums quietly in rhythm with your own breath. Drift, and let sleep rise like the slow unfolding of dawn, patient, gentle, and full of quiet, meditative light. Night drapes the world in soft indigo, dotted with silver stars that shimmer quietly above. You float along a gentle path, where the air is warm and still, carrying the faint scent of earth and moss. Each breath moves slowly, like the swaying of tall grass in a soft wind. Somewhere nearby, a river hums quietly, its voice mingling with the whisper of leaves. Ahead, a grove opens gently, its trees tall and patient, their branches reaching skyward like open arms. The leaves quiver softly, moved by a breeze so light it feels like a gentle touch. The ground beneath your feet is cool and soft, carpeted with moss and fallen leaves, and the air carries a quiet resonance, a hum of calm that seems older than time. The grove is ancient, its trees witnesses of centuries, holding the secrets of ritual, reflection, and quiet devotion. You step deeper, feeling the gentle rhythm of the grove guide your mind into stillness. The leaves above sway with soft motion, their whispers flowing like a language of calm. You hear the faint echo of voices long past, priests and seekers walking these paths with reverence, moving with slow, deliberate care. Each rustle of leaf is a message, a gentle instruction to breathe, to notice, and to let your thoughts float lightly like petals on a stream. Among the trees, shafts of moonlight touch the forest floor, painting patches of silver on moss and stone. A lantern rests on a low branch, glowing softly as if inviting your attention. You kneel, letting your hand hover above its light. The warmth spreads gently into your fingers, into your arms, into your chest. Each heartbeat slows, each breath deepens, each thought softens. The grove is patient. It does not hurry you. It simply holds space, steady and quiet. Along a winding path, you notice carvings on the trunks of ancient trees. They are simple, symbolic circles within circles, lines that curve and fold, subtle patterns meant to guide the mind inward. You trace them lightly with your fingertips, feeling the gentle pulse of history beneath your hands. The carvings tell of the calm found in observing, in listening, in being present. You follow their subtle directions, moving softly, each step a quiet echo of the lessons they carry. A small stream runs through the grove, its water glimmering faintly under the moonlight. You kneel beside it, letting the cool liquid brush against your fingers. Ripples form and spread, carrying reflections of the surrounding trees and the soft glow of distant lanterns. The water murmurs quietly, a lullaby older than words. You feel it hum through you, carrying away tension, carrying away the clutter of thoughts, leaving only calm, like sand settling at the bottom of a slow-moving river. Above, birds perch quietly among branches, their wings folded, their heads tilting in soft observation. They seem to watch over the grove, gentle guides who move silently between sky and earth. Occasionally, one glides softly along a current of wind, tracing the patterns of leaves, tracing the path of your calm journey. Their presence is subtle, reassuring, a reminder that the grove is alive not only in stone and leaf, but in spirit, a living meditation of patience and serenity. You come to a circular clearing, its edges lined with tall trees whose leaves form a natural canopy. The center is soft with moss, inviting you to sit. You settle gently, letting the earth support you. The whispers of leaves fill the air around you, moving in a soft symphony, each note delicate, each pause a space for breath. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the grove's rhythm enter you. Inhale slowly, exhale fully, letting each motion mirror the gentle dance of branches above. A scroll floats lightly in front of you, its edges glowing with a soft light. It unfolds to reveal images of ancient ceremonies, figures moving slowly beneath trees, hands lifted, gestures flowing with deliberate grace. The symbols are not commands but invitations. Observe, feel, release. Let the grove teach you the art of gentle presence. As you gaze, you feel each word sink into your awareness, folding into the quiet spaces of your mind, easing thought after thought into calm reflection. The wind picks up slightly, carrying the faint scent of night-blooming flowers. Leaves tremble softly in response, rustling in gentle agreement. The sound is a language of its own, a series of subtle suggestions to follow the heart's rhythm, to move without haste, to listen deeply. You walk along a small path beside the stream, each step light, each movement deliberate yet unforced. The grove seems to move with you, its rhythm syncing with the quiet pulse of your own breath. Lanterns appear among the trees, floating above the ground like gentle fireflies. Their light is warm and steady, reflecting softly in the water, in the leaves, and in your eyes. Each lantern carries a memory, a moment of reflection, a whisper of past seekers who walked these paths before you. You notice the subtle dance of shadows and light, and in their quiet motion, you feel your own mind settle, thoughts slowing, emotions softening, awareness expanding gently. The stream opens into a wider pool, still and mirror-like. You kneel beside it again, placing your hands lightly on the surface. The reflection is calm, showing the canopy above, the scattered lanterns, and the soft glow of moonlight. You see yourself reflected there, not as a hurried traveler, but as a gentle observer, moving with patience, resting in presence, aligned with the rhythm of the grove. The water hums quietly beneath your touch, carrying your breaths and easing your mind. A final scroll appears before you, glowing softly. Its images trace the grove through time, leaves quivering in soft winds, water flowing quietly, lanterns flickering with steady light, and shadows moving gently across the forest floor. The seer who wrote these words whispers, "The grove is not only outside but within. Each leaf, each ripple, each flicker of light mirrors the calm you carry inside. Move softly, breathe fully, rest in the gentle presence of all that surrounds and all that you are." You feel the truth of these words settle into your chest, into your limbs, into every quiet corner of thought. You rise slowly and wander to the edge of the grove, where soft light meets the open night. The leaves sway gently above, their whispers brushing against your ears like soft sighs. You feel the grove extending beyond itself, carrying its calm into the world outside and into the world inside. Every step, every breath, every heartbeat is a continuation of the serene rhythm of the leaves, the water, the wind, the lanterns, the ancient carvings, and the patient spirit of the grove. Let us drift onward through these sacred groves, past trees that hold gentle memory, past pools that mirror the calm of the mind, past leaves that whisper slowly in patient harmony. Feel the wind brushing softly across your face, the moss cushioning your steps, the quiet pulse of the night carrying you deeper into calm and presence. Now rest as the lanterns sway gently, as the stream hums softly, as the leaves whisper above and around you, and as the grove carries every thought into serene, gentle peace. Drift and let sleep rise like a slow, patient wind, full of soft light, gentle rhythm, and quiet transformation. The day exhales its final breath. A soft hush falls upon the world, like a blanket of velvet twilight. Shadows lengthen, and the golden edge of the sun fades into the west, leaving only gentle hues of rose and indigo behind. You stand at the threshold of night, where silence becomes a song, and the heavens prepare to reveal their treasures. Above, the first stars awaken. They flicker shyly at first, as though testing the sky, then shine brighter, scattering across the vast dark like seeds of light. Each one carries an ancient story, a memory woven into the fabric of time. You tilt your head upward, and the stars seem to lean down toward you, whispering secrets carried across centuries of silence. The night is not heavy, it is light and spacious. The air is cool, carrying the faint scent of earth settling after a long day of warmth. In the distance, a low drum of crickets hums like a prayer, steady and unhurried. The earth itself seems to quiet, listening for the voices of the stars. A circle of stones rests nearby, ancient markers once placed by seers who read the sky like an open scroll. They believed each star was not only a point of light, but a word, a blessing, a prophecy waiting to be understood. As you step into the circle, the ground feels alive beneath your feet, humming with memory. The stones glow faintly in the starlight, holding the wisdom of generations who gazed upward before you. You pause and breathe deeply, letting the night fill your lungs. The stars above shift gently in their patterns, like waves moving across an endless sea. Some glisten brighter, as though drawing your attention, as though reminding you that you, too, are part of this vast rhythm. Your heart slows. Your body softens. Your thoughts drift into the great silence that surrounds everything. A scroll appears, unrolling before your inner sight. Its writing is simple, made not of ink but of glowing starlight. It speaks of balance, how day leans upon night, how silence balances sound, how breath moves in and out like a tide. The prophecy is not heavy with warning, but light with comfort, that every ending is the start of renewal, that every shadow cradles a seed of light. You read not with your eyes, but with your heart, and the message settles deep within you, like dew upon grass. Above, a comet glides slowly across the sky. Its tail stretches like a brushstroke of silver, painting the heavens with quiet grace. In old traditions, such a sight was seen as a reminder of hope, a traveler's lantern across the night, guiding lost hearts home. You follow its path with your gaze, and a calm certainty rises within you that even across vast distances, light always finds its way. You lie back upon the grass, letting the earth hold you gently. The stars stretch endlessly above, countless points of light shimmering like candles in a cosmic temple. Each one seems to pulse in rhythm with your breath, as though your body and the heavens are breathing together. The longer you gaze, the more the boundary between yourself and the sky dissolves. You become part of the constellation, part of the infinite tapestry of light. Softly, the leaves of nearby trees stir in the night air. They whisper like gentle voices, carrying the prophecies of the seers into your ears. They speak of renewal, of the simple truth that nothing is ever truly lost, that what fades will return, what sleeps will awaken, and what rests will rise again. The night teaches patience, reminding you that even when the world is dark, seeds are quietly preparing beneath the soil, unseen but full of promise. In the quiet distance, an owl calls. Its voice is steady, low, and calm, as though it carries the wisdom of those who watch in silence. The sound drifts across the grove, across the fields, and into your chest. It is neither warning nor alarm. It is a gentle reminder that night is not emptiness but fullness, not absence but presence. Every sound, every breath, every rustling leaf belongs to the great blessing of the stars. The scroll of light continues to glow within your mind. It reveals images of people sitting in circles, gazing skyward, hands open, faces calm. They do not seek to control the stars, nor to demand answers. They simply rest beneath them, trusting that the rhythm of the sky will guide their rhythm within. You see them breathe together, sigh together, rest together. And you realize you are now among them, one seeker among countless others, joined across centuries in the shared act of quiet wonder. The prophecy speaks again, softly, in words that are more like music than language. Be still, and the stars will bless you. Be gentle, and the night will cradle you. Be open, and the light will enter you slowly like dawn. The words linger in the air around you, glowing faintly before dissolving into silence. They leave behind not emptiness, but calm, as though they have woven themselves into your heartbeat, your breath, your very being. The stars above bright as though answering. Constellations shift, drawing shapes of rivers, of wings, of circles that never end. You see them as symbols of the journey of life, flowing forward like water, lifting gently like birds, returning always like a wheel turning without end. These are not commands but blessings, gentle reminders that you are part of a greater whole. The sky is not distant, it is a mirror. And in its reflection, you find your own calm returning, your own hope renewing. The night deepens. Shadows soften. The air cools further, wrapping around you like a comforting cloak. Your body feels heavier, resting deeper into the earth, while your mind feels lighter, drifting upward into the stars. The boundaries blur again, until you cannot tell where you end and the night begins. You are both the dreamer and the dream, both the star and the one who watches it. At last, the scroll of light folds itself gently and dissolves into the sky. The comet has passed beyond sight, leaving only a trail of memory. The owl falls silent. The grove quiets. The only sound left is the steady rhythm of your own breath, matching the rhythm of the stars above. Nightfall has given its blessing. The stars have spoken. Their message is not complex. It is simple, pure, and eternal. Rest. Renew. Return. Let the day's weight fall away. Let the night's light guide you inward. Drift into the endless sky within yourself, where stars glow softly, where silence speaks, where rest is infinite. Now let us drift onward, carried by the quiet blessing of night, as the stars return to their ancient watch. Now rest and let the heavens cradle you, until the dawn rises once more, patient and kind.